Over 20,000 journalists from home and abroad have been arriving in Beijing ahead of the Olympics. To help them better understand Chinese culture and society, the reporters were taken to the Olympic Park for a special tour. Gui Xiaozeng has more.
Located inside the Olympic Park, over 30 Lucky Cloud cottages are displaying China's unique ethnic customs and state-level intangible cultural heritages.
这是整个造纸过程当中最关键的一个环节，因为它虽然看着好像挺简单，只是轻轻两下，但很多时候我们似乎还来不及看明白，一张纸就已经捞上来了。看到了吗？竹帘上还要脱落下来，这才是真正的成功。再将它一张一张的揭下来，在墙上刷贴晾晒。
This is so wonderful. It's unbelievable. Yeah, and it's good for the picture.
These 30 Lucky Cloud cottages are only a small reflection of China's rich national culture. I strongly suggest the journalists go to different places across China to discover different types of culture and customs and introduce them to the whole world.
The cottages also showcase a variety of China's rich cultural heritage, including pottery making, paper cutting, and Tai Chi. Gui Xiaozeng, CCTV.
The Beijing Olympics last only 2 weeks, but the Games are behind transformation that will affect China for a long time. Starting today, CCTV presents a special series of reports on the changes the Games have brought to the country and its people. In the first part of our series, 2008 and beyond, Han Bin takes a look at how the Olympics are whipping the Chinese public into a sporting frenzy.
Being concentrated and perked up. These people are exercising in the gym of a fitness club in downtown Beijing. They're here to lose weight, get relaxed, or keep fit. Tang Mingze began bodybuilding 5 years ago. He now came to the gym 4 days a week. He spends 4,000 yuan per year for membership fee, but he thinks the cost is worth it.
Although I'm exhausted, I feel a sense of pleasure and more energetic and very refreshed.
As business become prosperous over the past years, the club has expanded 8 different gyms in the capital since the first one in 2001.
The Olympics has made positive contribution to the development of fitness clubs. The awareness of citizens towards getting fit is increasing all the time.
20 years ago, Chinese people would never have thought of spending some of their incomes on fitness, but today, this is a lifestyle choice. In addition to higher incomes, China's efforts to promote people's health has become another reason behind this change. Since Beijing won the bid to host the 2008 Games, the nation's pride is pushing the passion for sweaty competition, and people's interest in sports have kept rising. The government has attached greater importance in cultivating the young Olympic hopefuls while calling for upgrading the overall fitness conditions of the general public. Lo Dapeng has witnessed all these changes. He used to be a national sports champion and was an official at the National Sports Commission. He believes the Olympic Games has changed people's thinking on sports.
Because in preparation of this Olympic Games, there's been a great promotion of the Olympic movement, especially in schools, with a lot of program to encourage young people to take part in sports activities and also the education, the knowledge of Olympic movement.
The Olympics has also helped cultivate China's sports market. This sports center used to be a cold storage house. It was renovated into a sports center when Beijing was bidding for the Games. The manager says after some 9 years of running, it began to gain profit.
Sport business is a new industry in China that needs the favorable atmosphere of people's awareness for health and fitness, as well as government support. The coming of the Olympics was the basic thinking of the opening of this club.
Now the club has some 1,000 members, and more local people are becoming its frequent visitors. The citizens have expressed hope that more sports venues will open to public use.
I think the design of the bird's nest and water cube is the pride of China. I wish I could afford the price to go and play inside the Olympic venues in the near future.
The desire for better health has attracted more and more Chinese to a regular or even daily keep fit schedule. The Olympic records and medals will soon become part of the sports history, but the ideals for Olympic movement and the people's interest in sports will last long after the Games. And this legacy will continue to influence 1/5 of the world's population for years to come. Hanbin, CCTV.
Tomorrow in part 2 of our special series, 2008 and Beyond, will tell the stories of volunteers for the Olympic Games and examine how the volunteer concept could change Chinese society. I hope you will tune in. The Olympic Games have brought many business opportunities to the host city of Beijing. Yang Shanshan takes a look at some of the preparations.
Along Wangfujing Street, the most famous shopping boulevard in Beijing, the Olympic atmosphere can be felt everywhere. This drink stand looks like a mini version of the water cube, and the crowds flooding into the area have boosted merchants' confidence ahead of the Games.
We will stop selling Olympic souvenirs at the end of the Games, so many people are pouring into our shops and the revenue has increased a lot.
Many shopping malls have made a lot of changes ahead of the event. Counters with Chinese features can be seen, and wheelchair facilities have been installed. All sales clerks are trained to sell goods in Chinese, English, and sign language.
We have rented the 3 biggest stores in the Olympic Village, and part of the sales force will be sent there.
9 traditional commercial streets, including Wangfujing, have been renovated over the past 2 years. They have a new look to welcome visitors during the Olympics. Yang Shanshan, CCTV.
The bird's nest and water cube are household names in China. For the general public, they are synonymous with the magnificence of the Beijing Olympic Games. But behind the grandeur lies the hard work of some of the best scientific minds in the country. A spokesman of the Beijing Municipal Science and Technology Commission, Yang Weiguang, says the greatest wish of the venue's construction team is to give the world a lasting legacy of modern architecture. He says the steel structure is one of the hardest parts in the construction of every Olympic venue. A total of 150,000 tons of steel has been used to set up the framework to support these colossal structures. More than 50 of the latest technological achievements were applied in the construction of the bird's nest alone. And the use of environmentally friendly materials and clean energy is one of the focuses. Yang Weiguang says the 7 new Olympic venues in Beijing cover a land area of nearly 2 million square meters. Nearly 27% of the venues was built with recycled materials. Solar power generating units have been installed at all 7 venues, and the rainwater collection system at these venues can contribute up to 1 million tons of water every year.
In a word, the Olympic venues in Beijing are the crystallization of the collective wisdom and intelligence of many scientists and architects. They have reached fruitful achievements in a wide range of fields, from structural designs to new materials, and from construction method to quality appraisal criteria. I believe the strength of science and technology will definitely enable us to offer the whole world a wonderful Olympic Games.
Authorities say the safety of these Olympic venues is also a primary concern. they say all venues will be watched around the clock by a monitoring system. The structural parameters of these venues under different circumstances